I'm very excited to talk about personal branding. Anybody heard about personal branding before
Yes.
this? Yeah?
No.
Anybody? Everybody heard about? Can you quickly say yes, no? Okay. People said
Yes.
no, no. Okay.
Yes,
So you know
ma'am.
corporate brand. Do you know brand? Do you know a product brand, a service brand?
I know.
No? Any company? What is the phone you are using? What is the name of the
Oppo.
phone? Samsung, Oppo, iPhone, those are brands, right? So those are brands. So the names of the brands. So those are brands. So when I say personal brand, Vivo, yes. So when I say personal brand, it's your name. So I can read out some name. I can see Nishant. I can see Isaac. I can see Nazir. So these are your personal brands because I can see this is your name and you are also a brand. The good thing is that the moment you were born, you are born with a personal brand. So you don't really have to create a personal brand. You really have to leverage your personal brand. And why is personal brand important today? Anybody can tell me? Without a personal brand, you will be one person in the crowd. With a personal brand, you become the go-to person. You stand out of the crowd and you become the go-to person for anything that you want to be known for. So whatever you want to become in your life, in your career, your personal branding helps you to reach that goal quickly as compared to everybody else, right? Now, of course, it's not an easy process. You have to continuously do that. It's a lifetime effort. But the moment you start understanding who you are as a brand and you start working on it, it becomes easier for you to get to your goal, career goal, personal goal, professional goal, whatever your goals are. So today's topic is not about what is personal brand. Today's topics are 5 principles of personal brand called 5 C's of personal brand. So I'm going to tell you what are the most important elements of personal call. I call them the 5 C's of personal brand. And if you start working on these 5 C's of personal brand right away, I think you are already on the journey of leveraging your personal brand. Everybody understand? Is it okay? Can I put on my presentation here now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. All right. So if you have any questions, I will request you to write that question down in your notepad without putting it in the chat or the Q&A. And I will take all your questions after I finish my presentation. And my presentation is only 10 slides. So don't worry. I'm not going to bore you too much. All right. Okay. So just keep all your questions with you. After I finish, I'll take all your questions. So as it says, it's called the 5 C's of personal branding. And we will, in a moment, talk about the 5 C's and why are they important and how do you go about implementing them for building up a memorable personal brand. So let's see what is your personal brand. So a personal brand is very simple. What do you promise? What do you promise as a professional, as a person, as a human person, as anybody, as an individual? What is your promise that you give to somebody on the other side? That means it could be your customer, it could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. So what you promise and what you deliver. So when you are delivering something, it is your customer's experience of using that service, right? So if you say, I am a great content writer, so that is your promise that I am great at what I do. But customers, so how does the customer receives it? If the customer feels that, yes, whatever he says or she says, he is great at writing a content and it is so great, I'm very happy, then it is the customer's experience of working with you on that particular service that you have promised to give. So when your promise and the customer experience, if we can sum this up together, how they feel, how somebody feels working with you as compared to what you have told them that they will feel by using your product or services, is the sum total of this makes your personal brand. So in this case, the customer's experience has higher implications. So if you say, I'm very good at writing content, but your customer feels, oh, no, I don't think he or she can write so well, then the customer's experience is not good, then your personal brand goes down. Even though you think you are good, if your customer thinks you are not good, then it goes down. If what you say I'm good at and your customer also thinks yes, he's very good at this, then you have a very good personal brand, because what you are saying and what they are experiencing are matching up, and it is becoming a very good personal brand for you. If you say I am very good but he feels excellent about you, that you have exceeded the expectation of your customer, then you have a memorable personal brand. And the idea throughout the process of personal branding is to become a memorable personal brand. All right. So this is what, if we can add this up together, which is technically not possible, but if we could add this up, that gives your personal branding, or that makes up your personal brand. All right. So what do you promise? What does your promise? We talked about your promise, right? The first part. So what does a promise include? What can you include in your promise? Your promise is based upon your expertise. What are you good at? You are good at something. Cricket, you are good at. Chess, you are good at. Basketball, you are good at, say, accounting, you are good at something, right? Something you're good at, something you like, something you are passionate about. So that is your expertise. So your expertise, your promise is your expertise. Now from that, something which you are good at, your expertise, you have to select your niche. Say for example, you are a very good football player or a soccer player, but what is your niche in that? You are a defender, you are a good defender. Or in a cricket, you are a fast bowler. So that is your niche. In content writing, you write very good content when it comes to anything to do with, say, cryptocurrencies. You are very good writing articles on cryptocurrencies, right? So you are a content writer, which is your expertise, but your niche is to write excellent articles, research articles on cryptocurrencies. Your expertise is that you are a national level footballer or a state level footballer, but your niche is that you are a great striker or you're a great defender. So you understand the difference between expertise and niche. So you have to first understand what is your expertise, and then you have to find out what is the niche that you have in that expertise. And the third one is very important, is value proposition. That means if I am a very good striker in a soccer team, what is it that I am offering because of me being a very good striker, because of me being a very good fast bowler? What am I offering to my customer, and what are they getting? What is the value that they're getting out of using my niche? So what is the value? That the value could be that as a striker, you can actually take the ball from midfield and up to the goal post, right? So you are a fast runner. You can do all your things as Messi and Ronaldo does, etc., etc. And that's what somebody in a team, in a national team, perhaps is looking for. So you have this expertise, you have this niche, and this is what somebody is looking for in a particular team. So you go and tell them, or you demonstrate in front of them that this is what I'm offering to you. You have a team, you have an excellent team, but what you miss is somebody who can actually take the ball right from the center and up to the goal and can actually put it inside that box, right? So I am that person who can do that. So that's it. That is your value proposition. Now as a team manager, I will look at your expertise, I will look at your niche, and I'll see, yes, I have a great team, of course, but I think this guy, what he's offering makes sense because I can put him in this position, and I think I can convert a lot of the goals that we have been missing. So I will hire you as a team member, and I will sponsor you and stuff like that. So that's how the value proposition works. So expertise, niche, value proposition. Now let's go to, you have all these things, but then what? What do you do with this? So the most important thing is, what is your why? Why you want to do this? What is the purpose? You have all this, but what is it that you want to achieve by this? Because without a purpose, without your goal in life, nothing is important. You will go everywhere and do nothing. So purpose is the next important thing. So if you are a footballer, then your goal could be that I want to become the highest paid footballer in this many years. It could be, if you're a cricketer, you could think of, I want to play in IPL. If you are a writer, you could think about, okay, I want to be hired by the most prestigious magazine in the country or in the world. Okay, if you are a brand specialist, so you could say, okay, I want to create some of the best brands in the world and work in a branding company, or I want to run my own branding company. So you have a goal to do that. Okay, whatever field you are working in, you have a purpose. You want to reach somewhere by using your expertise, niche, and value proposition. You want to reach a certain thing, you want to achieve certain position, you want to get us into a certain companies, you want to earn certain amount of money. So you have a purpose. So without purpose, all your promises has no value. So you have to sit down and write down, what is my purpose and how my expertise, niche, and value proposition can help me to reach that purpose. So this is a very important part of start working in leveraging your personal brand. Now, what happens on the other side? Now, when you do this, you are doing this in front of your customer. Your customers could be your school principal, your teachers, your people who are going to hire you, SEMA. It could be, people who you are going to work on in the future. It could be people who are going to offer you recommendations for the job at this point in your life. In future, it could be people who would give you references, whom you meet while networking, etc., etc. So a lot of people can be your customers. So who are your customers is a very important part of personal branding. That's a very different subject. But more or less, this is what happens, that anybody who can help you to achieve your purpose is your customer. Anybody who can help you to reach your objective or goal is your customer. Can somebody, I think, is unmute? Can you mute yourself, because there's a discussion happening at the back? Yeah. Thank you. So what happens because of your value proposition, your promise, plus your purpose? So when you are delivering this in front of your customer, these three things happen. First, they start trusting you because you are delivering what you have offered to deliver. So their experience, they start trusting you. And more they trust you, more they will work with you. Then what happens? Because of this trust with one customer, second customer, third customer, fourth customer, now you have built a reputation in the market that, okay, if I have to do a particular job, say I have to find a good content writer who can write articles on cryptocurrencies, then this person I have to always go to this person to write the best article on cryptocurrency. So we have now built a reputation. You will find people coming to you with job rather than you going to them and asking for a job. So when you build a reputation, people come to you with jobs. And that's when you have actually reached a very good place in your personal brand, reputation. So trust, reputation. And then the third part that happens over the period of practice and time is memorability. You become a memorable person in your niche because of your value proposition. Because then you get started compared with others. People say, no, I don't think you can write like this person. You cannot articulate, you cannot do research, you cannot present a content the way he does or she does. Now you're memorable. Now you are above, way above trust, reputation. Now you are the memorable. You are the person everybody will get compared to. So this is the ultimate height in your career, in your goal that you want to be. First build trust, then build reputation, and then become so memorable that everybody looks fika. That means everybody looks pale compared to what you can offer. So these are the three parts. Now we'll come to the 5 C's of personal branding. So when we do all these things, we are understanding our expertise, that is our promise. We are also building our reputation with the customers. But how do we do this? you would be thinking, how do we do this? How do we do all that stuff? So when we do all that stuff, we do very elaborate plans, and the plans are for a particular period. So you always break down your objectives in shorter period, 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, 1.5 years. We break down your objectives. So then we plan. Now, in the planning part of it and in the execution, in the implementation of those plans, these are the 5 most important things that we work on. The first is called clarity. The second C is content. The third is consistency. The fourth is competency. And the fifth one is connection. So these are the 5 C's of personal branding: clarity, content, consistency, competency, and connection. Now let's go to clarity. What is clarity? The clarity starts with clarity of purpose. Do you have a purpose? Do you know why you are doing what you are doing? Why do you get up in the morning? Do you have a passion? Do you have a goal? Is there a place you want to be? Is there an amount of money you want to reach? Is there something that you are so passionate about that you want to work hard? What is that? The clarity of purpose. Without the clarity of purpose, nothing can happen. I mean, you can always get a job and become miserable and hate your managers, hate the company, hate the country. All that thing will happen. But once you have a purpose, very clarity of purpose, that's where you start shining. You become the person to stand out in the crowd. Then clarity of target customers. Who are my target customers? Not everybody that you are offering a service is a target customer. So when you are starting to look for a job after your completion of education and etc., so who are your target customers? The target customers are the HR heads of the company, or the HR people who are coming to your this thing to interview you or send you interview calls. The placement cell of your institution, the friends, fathers, your parents' friends who are going to help you get a job. All these people are your customers, because everyone, you have to sell yourself first to them so that they can sell you to a good company. So these are all your customers. So your customers constantly keep on changing. And then clarity of goal. Now you have a purpose. Now what is the goal? What do you want to achieve within that purpose? And then the clarity of timeline. That means within what period you are going to achieve that goal. You cannot think that, okay, in my life, sometimes I will become head of a company. That doesn't work. Sometimes has got no value. You have to put in 10 years from the day I start working, I should become the head of a company. So what are the steps I need to do right now to reach that position in 10 years? So clarity of timeline. So this clarity is the first part, and it's very important part in personal branding. Second is content. So you are continuously putting out content, even if you don't know. When you talk, when you walk, when you write something on social media, when you are sending a WhatsApp message, your resume, your assignments, the way you present yourself in front of the interviewers, the way you dress, everything is content. Everything is content. All right. So you have to keep in mind, who am I doing for? Who is this content for? If you are sitting in front of your interviewer, do you look presentable to be hired? Does it match with the company's philosophy? Are you dressed well? Are you always sloppy? Are you very neat? Are you don't care? You just wear always a jeans and a t-shirt? Or do you understand that every occasion needs a particular way of dressing? Do you know that in social media, whatever you write is now stored for eternity? So are you writing a content in your social media which will never come back to you and haunt you and say, oh, I think this guy wrote some shitty things in his or her life, and you know, this does not go with our company policy. We cannot hire or keep this person. Are we doing anything like that? Are your WhatsApp messages, your EPs that you are putting up, or the messages that you are putting out in your WhatsApp, this thing, What is it? Everybody is seeing that in your content list. Maybe there could be hirers, there could be people who can recommend you, there could be people who can help you find a better job, better career. What are they thinking about you? Is it the right thing to write? Very important. So who is this for? What kind of content you are writing, and the content objective. So every time you do something content, you should know why you are doing this. There's nothing called random content. You should exactly know what you want to do with this content, because you have very limited time. You have 2 years to set up your career, 5 years to build on that careers, and the next few couple of years to actually go to a position that you want to be. So you have it may be 7 to 8 years actually to have to go where you want to go. So are we doing the right kind of content? Then consistency. Do you have a plan? Because if you do not have a plan of what you want to achieve, then you cannot do it in a manner or in a frequency that is required. That means if you want to become the head of marketing or head of sales or whatever you have in your this thing, or you want to get into a company which your dream job, a dream company, everybody wants to go and work in some company which is a dream company, or whatever is your plan. Are you consistent in working on your plan? Or one day you think, today I will work, today I will do something, today I'll send my resume, today I will, and then you forget about it for next 1 month. Are you lazy? Do you procrastinate a lot? It's okay, you can procrastinate, but do you have a plan to procrastinate? Do you have a plan to work? So consistency helps you to create a plan to work around your laziness and all these weaknesses, to do something on a regular frequency that will help you to. Okay, please mute yourself, guys and girls. To reach you, to do things to help you reach your objective. Because if you do not do it consistently, people will forget about you. It's very easy. Because if they don't see your face, when I say face, I don't mean your actual face, your content, your anything about you, they will forget about you. You also forget. Who remembers somebody who doesn't present themselves once in a while at a regular basis and excite us? We don't, right? We forget things, we forget people, so people will also forget you. So you have to be very sure that they don't forget you, because if they forget you, they will not even think of offering you the job or give you the work or whatever that you want to do. So consistency helps you with a plan, gives you stay consistent. And are you committed to that plan? You have created a plan, very good, I have a plan, these things, but I'm not doing it. Kal se shuru karenge. I will do it from tomorrow, I'll do it from next month. Are we doing? Is the commitment? It's like going to a gym, it's like doing diets, right? Every time, okay, tomorrow I will start, next week I will start, but never happened. That means you are not committed. You have a plan, but you are not committed. Everything needs a commitment. It's like a relationship. If you're not committed to a relationship will break. So if you're not committed to your life's objective, the objective will go away. So commitment to the plan. And then competency. Competency is, you already have found a niche. Now you have to continuously strengthen your niche. You have to become better and better and better and better in doing what you do. You cannot stop learning yourself after you have graduated from your college. You have to continuously upgrade your expertise, your knowledge. You have to continuously learn. That is where your niche becomes even fine. Nobody can do what you can do. That's how you work on your niche, your expertise. That is what is called competency. You become so good at something that nobody can replace you. That's your competency. And the connection. Now, connection is not the number of people you know. It is the people who know you. How many people know you? You might be knowing hundreds and thousands of people. But how many people actually know you? When I say know you, do they know your name? Do they know what you do? Do they know what you are good at? How many people in your life even know that? So the idea is not to know thousands of people, but the idea is to make other people know about you. So connection, first thing is that who knows you, what you are good at, what you do. Very important. Are you on their blacklist or your memory list? Sometimes we behave in certain ways, both in offline and online, that we make other people either hate us or love us. So we have to be conscious about it. So if they hate you, you will be forever in their blacklist. If they love you, you will be forever in their memory list. So identify actions that you are doing that could put you in their blacklist, and identify actions that might have put you in their memory list. Which one you want to be in? And trust me, it matters. When you are growing up, starting your career, building something, it matters. More people like you will always help you. Matters. And then how did you get connected? Please remember somebody who has helped you get connected with someone else. Always keep that person in mind, thank them, and help them in return. That way, the person who connected you to an important person would again keep you in mind, and maybe in future also help you in connections. And the most important thing is that, are you a bad networker or a great relationship builder? We think that if you go to a networking party, all we have to do is gather business cards. A lot of people say, I have 50,000 people in my LinkedIn. So what? Any of them know you? Will they help you? If you ask for a job, will they give you a job? 50,000 people. So you are a bad networker. All you need is 500 people in your network who knows you thoroughly, because you are building relationships with them. They know you, what you do. They know all the milestones in your life. They know what you have achieved. They know about your expertise, and anytime you are in trouble, they will help you to come out of the trouble. And you also will do the same thing for them, because a relationship is a two-way platform. Relationship does not happen when only you expect and they do. Here, you also do for them, they also expect back something in return. So relationship building, never do networking, always do relationship building. Stay in touch. Send them small notes. Ask them how they're doing in their career, in their life. Ask them how was the travel. Ask them about what they are learning. Ask them for their advice if they are senior to you. They would be mainly senior. And if you are in LinkedIn, and you must be in LinkedIn, because without LinkedIn, you cannot get a job these days. If you are in a LinkedIn, my request to you, never, ever, ever send a connection on the first time when you are connecting with somebody. Do not try to ask for a job or sell something. The first time when you are connecting with somebody on the LinkedIn, never ask for a job, never sell something. The moment you do that, you would go into their blacklist and never into a memory list. Because nobody will give you a job by putting their reputation at stake if they know you who you are, if they know you what kind of person you are, if they don't know you what you are good at, if they I- you might have a criminal case against you and I go and recommend you, my reputation will be at stake. I would never do that. And when you do something like this in LinkedIn, you are immediately in their blacklist. So here again, you have to first start building a relationship. Go and see what they are doing, participate, converse with them in their activities in LinkedIn. Send them small notes of what you have achieved through your inboxes, messages. Slowly build a relationship. Slowly see that they are trusting you. See, remember what happens: trust, reputation, and memorability. Start building the trust, and then ask for it. Before asking for it, do something for them in return. not in return. Do something for them first and then ask for something that you want. They will do it 100 times more than what you have done. That's how people work. That's how human psychology is. So don't be a bad networker, be a great relationship builder. Now, quickly, this is a book that I have written on personal branding. Most of the things I've talked about are all there. If you're interested, you could read this book. I think I'm the only Indian author on personal branding, and this book is published in April this year.